This Saturday marks 5 years since the massacre at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival in Las Vegas. A Seattle woman who survived the shooting is still dealing with the invisible trauma from that night, but is finding healing by trying to prevent others from experiencing the horror that she did.
So it was our third year attending this festival. It was one of my favorite weekends of the year.
Not a day goes by that Emily Cantrell doesn't think about what happened on October 1st, 2017. She was one of 22,000 people at a country music festival in Las Vegas when a man used his arsenal of 23 guns and fired into the crowd from a hotel room.
He'd fire as many as he could, and he'd have to stop and reload. And it was during those breaks of gunfire that we were able to run. And then as soon as the noise started again, we would all dive. People were diving on top of each other, just trying to protect each other. And a woman who was standing right to our right, she went down and her leg was covered in blood.
58 people died in what would be the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history, a day that forever changed Emily's life.
It's when you don't actually have a bullet in your body, but you feel like you have one in your head or your heart. My head is always on a swivel. I'm always looking around, seeing who's around me.
Emily's turned what she calls survivor's guilt into action, spending the last 5 years trying to prevent gun violence through the organization Alliance for Gun Responsibility, which was formed after the Sandy Hook shooting. She's testified year after year in the state legislature, which recently passed a ban on bump stocks and other major changes to gun laws.
My name is Emily Cantrell.
And in 2020,
that is why I'm here today, to ask you to do your part in ensuring that we never have another Las Vegas.
She urged lawmakers to ban high-capacity magazines, which Governor Inslee signed into law this year.
We want to balance rights with responsibilities, so it's okay to own a gun, but we want to make sure that people are being responsible gun owners so that they don't end up in the wrong hands.
But with more than 500 mass shootings already this year, an average of 2 a day, according to Gun Violence Archive, Emily says more work needs to be done.
It's frustrating and maddening to know what has not changed since then.
Emily's hoping to raise $5,000 for the Alliance for Gun Responsibility with a boxing fundraiser this Saturday. And in Las Vegas this weekend, a music festival will commemorate the anniversary and raise money for a permanent memorial.